Tape rolling?
Tape is rolling.
Good. Okay. Can you give us your name and your role in this project?
My name is Artie Ortiz, and I'm the project director of the San Juan Bilingual Program, and I keep management of the program, plus try to integrate the program in with a regular BI day school.
Okay. Next.
My name is Wilfred Garcia, and I'm the Tewa language teacher supervisor, plus I also teach the 5th and 6th grade, and I'm also a parent.
Okay, what's the goal of this program and who is it designed to serve?
The program serves the community plus the children as well. The program serves the kindergarten on through the 6th grade, and then it serves the community as well also. And our goal is to teach the children how to read and write the Tewa language.
Okay, that's your basic goal. What would you say and some additional goals of the program are in line, say, of what's been said before, like preserving the culture of the tribe and things like that?
Yeah, preserving the culture and plus getting the kids interested more into the Pueblo government and what have you not in the Pueblo.
Okay. Wilfred, what about
I think that we're kind of going around one of the goals that I think is really important in order to have this project going just like we have it going, and to make it a better project. And that goal, I think, is to have our native language teachers certified to where they could teach anywhere in the state of New Mexico. And that's a very important goal that we've been overlooking, and hopefully that if things go right, we can have our own native language teachers certified to even teach in the public school system with no problem at all.
You might be interested to know that the Yakima have just had one of their teachers certified by the state of Washington. So we can, if you like, we can give you the name of the people to write to up there and find out what they had to go through. It may be slightly different in the state of New Mexico, but probably some of the requirements will be the same. But they worked for a long time to get her certified, but now she is. And they had a big celebration when she was certified.
Well, in relation to that, you know, we are presently working on such a thing as that of getting our native language teacher certified. In fact, already myself and the governor and his lieutenant governors attended a workshop yesterday at the State Department of Education in Santa Fe for this particular purpose. We want to be heard.
Okay. Artie, how is the program organized and how is it funded?
We're primarily funded through Title IV Part B out of Washington, and we're organized to where I'm the director and I keep control of the overall management of the program, while the teachers go into the classroom and teach the Tewa language in the classroom.
Okay. And how does the program operate? Or maybe I should ask Wilfred exactly how does the program operate? How, say on a day-to-day basis?
Okay, our program operates on a daily basis. We come in at 8 o'clock, and then usually we go through our schedule, and I believe Marie, the kindergarten instructor, is the first one who goes into her classroom, say at 9 o'clock, and she's there till 10 or 10:30. I'm not too sure. I think it's 10:30. And then at 9:15, Bertha and myself, we go into our classrooms from 9:15 until, well, I go into that classroom from 9:15 till 11:25. And at this time, from 9:15 till 10:05, I teach my first group of students. And then from 10:15 till 10:50, I teach my second group of students. And then from 10:50 to 11:25 is my last group of students. And each one of us go in this kind of a manner. Gertrude and Francis also go in sometimes around 10:05 into their classrooms.
How many children are included in each group that you teach?
In the groups that I teach personally, I have eight students in one group. I have 5 students in another group, and then I have 7 students in one group. And the reason for this is, at the same time that I'm teaching my group, my first group, the basics teacher, Mr. Coleman, is teaching one group of students, and the teacher 8 is teaching one group of students, and so we have 3 groups going on at the same time.
Do you think this is a good way to do it, or would you rather have all the students at one time?
I believe this is a good way to teach because you have 3 teachers involved with 3 groups of students. And once one teacher is teaching, say, language arts, and then I know what to go from there. And if the other teacher 8 is teaching reading, then I know if she's missing some of the students are not getting the words right, I try to help them in that area also.
And you help them by working with them in
Right.
Tewa.
Yes.
So really, the language program is incorporated into a lot of the other subject matter in the school.
Right.
Could you just say that, basically?
Well, yes, it is. We are, like, another area that I work with is if the students are having a little problem with the math area, I bring that into my Tewa portion of the class also. And this way I'm helping the students to do their math, plus their spelling words that need to be taken care of. I do that also.
Okay. Artie, why is it important to use culturally derived or culturally relevant materials in this program rather than, say, just writing things on the board?
Well, we have people from the community come into the school here, and they teach cultural things or native crafts to the kids, like basket weaving and all that sort of stuff. And these things are important to the person who does the native crafts, because he has to go out, or she has to go out into around the reservation to pick some of this stuff up to do the demonstrations.
Do they sometimes take the kids out with them, say, to gather reeds or to gather mud for pots or something?
Yes, it's not constantly, the person doing the demonstration, but it's the teacher who brings the demonstrator that takes them out into the field and to pick out whatever they're going to use in the demonstrations.
I could say something on that. Last year we brought in Mr. Trujillo, who does willow baskets, and before my students did the willow baskets, I took my students on a field trip to the river, and we gathered our willows, and then when we got them here, we with Mr. Trujillo's assistance, they sized up the willows so they could start making their willow baskets. So we do take them out to get their materials. Another time I remember was a couple years ago when we actually first started. We took the students out to the mountains or the hill area here to gather cow patties for firing of pottery, and they enjoyed that also.
How do you think that, say, having people come in and demonstrate traditional crafts and not only crafts, but the skills of surviving in this environment, planting and grinding wheat and doing these other things, how do you think that helps a child of Native American heritage to get along better, not only within the Pueblo, but in the outside world as well?
Well, I think the way I see it is, if a child knew more about his or her culture, it's going to help him or her get along better with the other society, because he knows how to tell the other, such as maybe an Anglo student was to ask one of our students about how they go about making pottery, and if he knew what he was talking about, it would help him more, and it would help the other student to understand what he was talking about.
Artie, did you have anything to say to that?
Well, I would say that the Native American child would be more appreciative to Mother Nature and what that's surrounding him too, because of the things that we're surviving through, or the people who used to, the old people that we used to have around here.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that one of the big problems the Anglos have is that they don't know how to coexist in their environment, that they're always ripping it off.
Yeah,
they're always taking things from
they're always destroying what they could make use of, where the Native American child could save it and put it to use in some other fashion or manner.
Okay. What do you think, Artie, that the effect has been so far on the children who have been in this program? Move a little closer to Wilford, if you will. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. But, what do you think the effect has been on the children? Well, let's say not only on the children, but on the parents as well. Parents of the children.
Well, on the children's part, I think it has been a great effect, because the like Wilford has been saying, that they've been reinforcing what the regular teacher has been doing in the classroom through our language, and our bilingual program here is experiencing the gain of some of the children that are picking up in the national norms also, like in reading, math, or some of those things. They're picking up, they're improving somewhat.
And do you think that this is a direct result of, say, their interest in school in general picking up because they're more interested in the bilingual program?
Yes, I would say that.
Say that to me, then. You say that that's why you think it is.
That's why I think it is.
No, I mean, I'm just saying the reason, one of the reasons that I think the national norms are going up is because the kids are really interested in the bilingual program, and it transfers off into their other subjects.
Well, that's the reason why I think the bilingual program has been a big impression on the people, especially on the students, because of the improvement under tests, because we give tests, pre and post tests, and on the post test we've seen a significant gain on the children's part.
Okay, we're gonna have a change tape for a
tape?
second.
Okay. All those talk now, because we can pick up even the whisper.
I believe the effects that our project has had on the students and the parents is, it's really there. It's obvious that we have had, this program has had some effect on them, because I can, talk about my family, and I don't mind talking about my family, because my son, when he was going to Head Start, preschool, he was really getting ready to come into our project, our school, because he saw some of my students and our students right here at San Juan take part in our native dances, and also other things that he was looking forward to. And so now he's in our school, and he is really anxious to get started with some of the things. And the Christmas play that we had, even for him to be a little lamb, was something, because he enjoyed that. He told his grandmothers, both the one in Santa Clara and one here in San Juan, that he was a lamb for our Christmas program, and that really had something on him. And to top it off, we were also getting ready for our Christmas Tewa Mass, and I brought him and my wife to practice, and he learned the Tewa songs right along with his mother. And now even my wife is getting on me to say that we should have Christmas, not Christmas, but Tewa carol practice, to where we could sing more in our church. And that shows, from my own family, and I know that it shows the same with a lot of other families. So my own way of putting it is, we have had, this program has a great effect on the community as a whole.
We've talked about the importance of using culturally relevant materials in teaching bilingual programs. Let's turn that around and talk for a minute about the necessity for teaching the Tewa language, say here, or the Yakima language in Yakima, when you're trying to teach cultural programs? Why is it important to use the language?
Well, the way I see it is, without a language, I don't think there's much you could do about your culture, because I'll go back to one of the national conferences that we've had. Our program has been involved with the Native American Bilingual Education Conference. I'll go back to the last the conference before last, to Canada, Alberta, Canada, and there, one of the elders gave a talk, and I heard him, and he said that, what would you do if your native language were to die? I listened to him, and he said that, for if your native language were to die, you would have no other source to have your language alive. But whereas if the English language was to die in the United States, you could always go to Europe or England and learn it all over again. So that's why I think that your own mother tongue is really important, because if you do not have a mother tongue, you cannot talk about other portions of your culture area. So to me, your language is just as important or more important than your culture.
Did you have any thoughts about that?
No.
Okay. I'll go back to Artie now. How has the program been accepted by the people of the Pueblo?
Well, I think we've been saying all how well the program has been accepted through all these questions we've been answering. But
Just give me a sort of a summary of how you feel about, you're the director of the program, and do you get, say, comments from people? Do you get questions from people?
yeah, well, the comments that we get is put into the proposal to show Washington how much community participation we have in the community, how strong the community is towards the program. And those comments have been really great, because that's what's really helping us get the funds from Washington. Because without the community participation we've had, I don't think the program would have even existed, or the kids wouldn't even be that interested in the program at all.
I would like to say a little bit more on that. I believe one real good reason that the community has accepted our project is mainly because the staff members, we as staff members ourselves, have shown that we not only are interested for the students and for the community, but overall we have even taken part in our native heritage. We've done our own dances. Take for instance, just this past weekend, we were honoring our new tribal governor and his council. Artie and myself here did the buffalo dance, and in honor of the new officials. And we've done not only this type of a dance, but we've done other dances that we're trying to tell the people that we also care to keep this alive ourselves. So therefore, it gives more meaning to the students if they see their teachers themselves doing such a thing.
Okay, Wilfred, would you like to see the program continued and perhaps expanded into upper level grades? And if so, why do you think it would be a good thing?
Definitely, I like to have our project going on for as long as possible. And if we were to really go on, I would stay here until probably I go of old age, Then again, I would also like to see this project go on. Not maybe this project, but through this project, maybe other people would get involved, and they would maybe hopefully go to the junior high, high school, and maybe even to the college level, to where we could teach the native language. Not necessarily Tewa, but if it's Tewa, that's fine. But if we could get any native languages taught, that would be just as fine.
What kind of benefits do you think that extending this program into junior high and high school might have for the students themselves?
Well, I think that one of the other staff members had hit on that earlier, and I believe that if we were to continue this project to the junior high and high school level, some of our native students would really benefit from it through tutoring in the Tewa language for other subjects, because without this, we might have, dropouts. I don't know. I really can't say, but I think it would be of benefit to them.
Okay, Artie, how about your answer to that question? Would you like to see it continued and perhaps expanded?
Yes, definitely. I would like to see the program continue on through forever, I guess, and continue through the junior high school and the high school level, and to see this program here as a training center, as a media center for the other, or train the other teachers that will be teaching in junior high and high school level for their teachers, to train them here at this program here, and to, have the teachers certified through us and to whatnot.
Either one of you have any other thoughts about the program or any areas that we haven't covered that you think about it from a minute from the standpoint of, let's just talk about the kinds of considerations that one ought to take under consideration when they get into a project like this?
Well, I think that if there are other groups that would like to start a language project or bicultural, bilingual education, I believe that they should get those interested people around the community to get together and form a committee who will push such a project in order to get it funded, whether it's federal funds, local funds. There's also private foundations that do like to fund educational programs, and you have non-LEAA programs that could also be of assistance to such groups if they do so desire to do this. And again, if the program gets funded one way or another, whether it's private foundation, federal funds, or maybe a big company just for tax write-off, what they ought to do is, get interested people right from their community to be the teachers, such as we have here, and then dedicated people at that, because it takes a lot of work, and it's a lot of times that you have to stay overtime, and you do it because you're interested in such a thing in order to keep it going. So probably they would have to do like we did here, start from scratch, no materials, go over the sounds, even though if you're a native speaker, go over the sound system, and then discover what kinds of sounds you have, and then go on to think what kind of an alphabet system you would like to devise, whether you would like to use the same English alphabet system, or out of that maybe put together your own orthography to where you can be able to write your own language. So really there's a lot of work involved.
The only thing I can say is for the people who has a bilingual bicultural program to be dedicated and to be interested in what the children are learning in their school.
Okay, any other thoughts or ideas that you'd like to?
Well, gosh, there are a lot of things that we like to say, but sometimes you do forget on a situation like this. But I would like to mention that our project from here at San Juan Pueblo, we were involved in one of the great big national conferences, and that was last May in Phoenix, Arizona. And again, this project right here at San Juan, our staff hosted the national conference, and everybody did a wonderful job. We took our students, our parents, our governor, lieutenant governor, and resource people right from the community, and we presented our own project. And one of the elders, she demonstrated pottery making, and before we knew it, the people that were watching all started making pottery with her. And the same goes with Mr. Trujillo. We took him to do willow baskets, and the people just sat right around him. They watched him, and this one girl, it takes quite a while to make a willow basket, and this one girl from Alaska sat by him until he finished that first basket that he started. And when he finished it, because he noticed that she was there during the whole time, he gave her the willow basket, and that girl started to cry, and she thanked him, and you couldn't ask for anything better than that. And something like that, it gets you because they're interested. So I guess we could really mention more, but like I said, sometimes you forget. And
Okay. Okay. Wilfred, what about?
I think that we're kind of going around one of the goals that I think is really important in order to have this project going just like we have it going, and to make it a better project. And that goal, I think, is to have our native language teachers certified to where they could teach anywhere in the state of New Mexico. And that's a very important goal that we've been overlooking. And hopefully that if things go right, we can have our own native language teachers certified to even teach in the public school system with no problem at all.
You might be interested to know that the Yakima have just had one of their teachers certified by the state of Washington. So we can, if you like, we can give you the name of the people to write to up there and find out what they had to go through. It may be slightly different in the state of New Mexico, but probably some of the requirements will be the same. But they worked for a long time to get her certified, but now she is. And they had a big celebration when she was certified.
Well, in relation to that, we are presently working on such a thing as that of getting our native language teacher certified. In fact, already myself and the governor and his lieutenant governors attended a workshop yesterday at the State Department of Education in Santa Fe for this particular purpose. We want to be heard.
Okay. Artie, how is the program organized and how is it funded?
We're primarily funded through Title IV Part B out of Washington.
Are they rolling?
Tape is rolling.
Okay. Okay. Can you give us your name and your role in this project?
My name is Artie Ortiz, and I'm the project director of the San Juan Bilingual Program, and I keep management of the program, plus try to integrate the program in with a regular BI day school.
Okay. Next.
My name is Wilfred Garcia, and I'm the Tewa language teacher supervisor, plus I also teach the 5th and 6th grade, and I'm also a parent.
Okay. Okay, what's the goal of this program?
And we're organized to where I'm the director and I keep control of the overall management of the program, while the teachers go into the classroom and teach the Tewa language in the classroom.
Okay. And how does the program operate? Or maybe I should ask Wilfred exactly how does the program operate? How, say on a day-to-day basis?
Okay, our program operates on a daily basis. We come in at 8 o'clock, and then usually we go through our schedule, and I believe Marie, the kindergarten instructor, is the first one who goes into her classroom, say at 9 o'clock, and she's there till 10 or 10:30. I'm not too sure. I think it's 10.
Who is it designed to serve?
The program serves the community plus the children as well. The program serves the kindergarten on through the 6th grade, and then it serves the community as well also. And our goal is to teach the children how to read and write the Tewa language.
Okay, that's your basic goal. What would you say and some additional goals of the program are in line, say, of what's been said before, like preserving the culture of the tribe and things like that?
Yeah, preserving the culture, and plus getting the kids interested more into the Pueblo government and what have you not in the Pueblo.